Well, hello there. Jen Patero here. Today is Saturday, December 18th, which marks, 5 weeks of the reverse diet post World UFE Championship. And it's been a really good week. I hope all of you have had a great week because mine has been far better than it has been in prior weeks. And I think that is for a couple of reasons. One could just be due to the fact that my calories continue to get higher, so it puts me in a better mood. It's easier for me to maintain macros and not cheat, not go off the rails with my veggies. But the other important piece, I think, is having a coach to hold you accountable. So we made a shift this week in that if I do go off with my macros, like I say, when I'm prepping for a show, I do not allow my macros to deviate by more than 1 gram in either direction, right? So I can be over in fat by 1 gram, but I try and make sure that if I'm over in fat, say by 1 gram, that I'm under in protein by 1 gram. I do not over consume macros. I do not under consume macros. I hit everything bang on. But the reverse diet has been a little bit different. There's no end goal other than increasing calories. I feel hormones, leptin, ghrelin have been a little out of whack. So telling me to eat unnecessarily, but when I do overeat, it has been all vegetables, almonds, and whey protein, and yogurt, right? But all healthy things. Ooh, even eggs. There was one night I woke up in the middle of the night. My body was craving eggs. I kid you not. I was hard boiling 2 eggs at about 2 o'clock in the morning because I thought, if my body is craving eggs, then I must need the darn eggs, right? I'm not craving cookies and cakes and junk. I'm craving healthy options. So my thought has been, if this is what my body is telling me that I should be eating, then this is what I'm going to do. But I haven't been tracking that. For one, I haven't been tracking that very well. So I don't know how many calories I'm going over. And the other thing is, I don't know how many carbs I'm going over necessarily. Because as healthy as vegetables are, they still contain carbohydrates. So if I am eating as many vegetables as I want, because vegetables are free foods, I may have been kicking my body out of ketosis, for one, and causing my body to hold on to more fat than I needed to. But the other thing I noticed in over consuming vegetables, my stomach just did not feel good. I felt bloated. My stomach hurt. My body just, maybe because I haven't eaten vegetables in a year, it was just hard for my body to digest, even though I started to take probiotics. I'm continuing to take digestive enzymes. I've upped the acidity level, the pH of my stomach to help digest food. My stomach still was not happy. So this past week, Robert has held me very accountable. So anytime in my tracker, anytime I go above, anytime I'm off with my macros, I put the actual macros that I hit for the day so that he can see behind the scenes exactly what I'm consuming, and so that I am also holding myself more accountable to exactly what it is I'm putting into my body. So this past week, I was consuming 150 grams of fat, 130 grams of protein, 10 grams of carbs, total caloric on a daily 1910, which is pretty high, like getting much higher, right? And I decided to stay true to that. I decided to go back to exclusively keto bricks, ground beef, eggs and egg whites. No more vegetables, no more extra whey protein, no more tuna, none of that stuff. Just go back to what I was doing as I prepped for the show. And it's made a huge difference. So from a scale perspective, I think that it has caused the extra water that I was holding on to because I was consuming extra carbs. I've released extra water, and my body just feels so much better now that I'm not asking it to digest so much fiber. So I don't know. Maybe I will be living more of a carnivore lifestyle moving forward. I don't know. I'm sure I will eat vegetables here and there. And I have an appointment with a naturopath this week to try and figure out how I'm going to identify the foods that are best for my body moving forward. Because I'm so restricted right now, I thought it's an ideal time to start gradually reintroducing food items to my body. And then I'll have a very clear picture of what my gut likes and what my gut doesn't like so much. Because I can tell you raw green beans, no go, not good for me. I can tell you pickles, as much as I love to eat them, they cause some crazy bloat. And I would just like to know, moving forward, I'm going to work with this naturopath to try and identify what I like, what I can tolerate, and what I can't. And then based on that, I will alter my diet moving forward. Anyway, so it's kind of cool. I'm doing a lot of self-research. I mean, these macros are very specific to me. Robert worked very hard to tweak them, tease them, get them to the right point for Jen Patero's body based on my goals, based on my body composition, and just based on my body and what it can handle. So I'm sharing them so that you're in the know, but just know that they are unique to me and yours are likely going to be different. So that was my week. I've held myself very accountable, keeping in the tracker, and I make notes here every time. One day I had an extra handful of almonds, not going to lie, but I wrote in the tracker that meant my fat went up to 158 and my protein went to 134. So I was over that day. There was another day I ate, it was just yesterday, a craving tuna. So I gave myself a bit of extra tuna, but I'm tracking it. And so holding myself very accountable because I've got my coach. Thank you, Robert. Keto Savage, you're amazing and helping me stay on track. But the other thing too, because I've eliminated the carbs by way of vegetables and yogurt, because I remember I was mixing some whey protein in a few tablespoons of yogurt. I've eliminated that again. And the scale has reflected it. Do I think I'm losing more body fat? Not really. Do I think I lost a lot of excess water weight? Yes, I do. So last Sunday, I was 124 pounds. Okay. This morning, I stepped on the scale. I'm 121.2. Again, had to do a double check. But it really, to me, speaks to the fact that when you are consuming carbs, your body holds on to extra water weight. And you go back to keto eat carnivore really, and I eliminate that extra water, which is fine. I mean, but the scale's not the be all and end all. But to me, I want my body to feel good. And my body feels so much better now that I'm not putting the extra carbs into it. So I'm going to stick with this. I'm going to stick with my ground beef, my eggs, my egg whites, and I still do a pickle, even though it bloats the heck out of me. I love it, and it's my treat, and I do it. And then on days when my body is craving tuna or hard-boiled eggs, I give it to my body. I do. But I track it, but I do allow myself to cheat with those things because it's not the end of the world. They're healthy cheats. I'm not cheating with chocolate bars and cookies and cakes. I'm cheating with tuna and eggs. So I'm allowing my body to do that because I feel that still at this caloric deficit, and I'm trying to build, like I'm pushing my ass, like I'm pushing myself in the gym daily. Maybe some days I push a little harder. My body needs the extra protein. It's telling me what it wants, and I'm going to give it to it. So that's the plan. And it seems to be working. And then, so this week we're shifting macros again. I bump up my fat to 155 grams, my protein 140, carbs 10. So total calories 1995. So I'm just shy of 2,000 calories per day, which is a pretty darn good caloric intake. Not optimal. I want to get up to 25 to 2,600 calories per day at the end of this reverse diet. But 2,000, I think it's enough that my body isn't out of whack craving things during the day, wanting to eat when I really shouldn't be eating. Yeah, so I'm feeling a lot better, pushing hard in the gym, like I say. Oh, and the other thing, I think the other reason that I went off the rails is because I was in too big of a rush to get back to living a normal life. So normal life being introducing normal foods into my body. I think I pushed that. I know that I did, and my gut did not love me for it. But the other thing too was that I wanted to go from 1 meal a day to 2 so that I could eat dinner with my family. And I think by spreading my meals out so early on in the reverse diet, that just, my lunch didn't totally satiate me, and I was feeling hungry. And then, so in between lunch and dinner, that's when I would hammer back all these raw vegetables, thinking, they're free foods. I can eat as many pieces of cauliflower and celery as I want. But it didn't, like I say, it didn't do good things for my gut, nor did it do very good things for me holding on to water and even upping my carbs and perhaps retaining additional body fat that I didn't need or want at the time. So anyways, live and learn. That's the best part about all of this. I'm learning so much. And so I want to share with you as well. So that is that. Those are the key learnings. That's my update from last week and my plan moving forward for this week. The last quick thing I wanted to say is this Eat More to Get Healthy challenge. I love that a few of you have jumped on board. It's just a way to sort of support each other for those of us who are going through a reverse diet right now. But then for other people, I thought it might be an eye-opening opportunity for you to take a look at your daily macros. What is it you are consuming on a daily? Because I feel and I was there too, there are a lot of people who are under consuming food and over exercising and wondering why they can't get their body composition where they want it. I know it. I busted my ass at Orange Theory almost every day, 6 days a week. And for those of you who are familiar, like that's high intensity interval training. And when I was there, I know I worked out with many of you there, I gave it everything. I was a ridiculous ball of sweat, red, hot, sweaty mess leaving that place because I put everything into my workouts, and I was only consuming about 14 to 1,600 calories, and I weighed 20 pounds more than I do now, and I couldn't figure out why I wasn't losing weight. It was because I was over exercising and under consuming. So that's why I thought I would share Carb Manager or any app that you can use to track your macros. Do it for a few days and see where you are at. Because, like I say, I bet there's a lot of you out there who could overindulge this holiday season and really should overindulge this holiday season, so that if your goal is to help improve your body composition in the new year, you've brought your metabolism up to a healthy level and you have the caloric runway to decrease calories and help your body won't be as resistant to letting go of some of the excess weight. Anyways, it's just a thought. Download an app and start to track what you eat on a daily and share it with me. I'd love to hear what it is you're consuming. Also, let me know if you have any issues with Carb Manager. I can certainly help you track your macros there. Anyways, that is it for today. Hope everybody has an amazing weekend. I know I'm headed to the keg tonight. Pretty beautiful day. I had a maple butter pecan brick for lunch. I had my pickle, and now all I'm thinking about is a great big rib steak, Caesar salad, no croutons, and can't wait to consume that. And I'm super happy that I'm now at a place with my macros that I can do that. I can squeeze the brick and the rib steak all in one day, and yeah, can't wait. Anyways, enjoy the rest of your weekend. Thank you so much for viewing and all of your support. And please share comments, send me a DM. Love to connect and chat always. Take care. Thanks. Bye for now.